Thanks, Joe. I am sitting here with Holly Nicosia, the Executive Director of the Orion Art Center, and Matt Faulkner, one of our local artists, but also the 24-hour Art Challenge Coordinator. So welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, great to have you. So we have the second annual 24-hour Art Challenge coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'll go ahead with that.
Yeah, go. Okay.
So this is our second annual 24-hour art challenge with the Orion Art Center. And essentially what happens is anybody who signs up shows up on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. They're given what we call a prompt, which is a visual problem. Everybody who shows up, and we have two different divisions, college and younger, and then older than college, or emerging artists for the younger ones, and what was the other term? Established artists.
Established. I like that term. Established.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I wanted to join in, I would be an established
Yes, you
artist.
would.
Okay.
Yes, you would. And so what we do is then every person gets, I think we can reveal what the problem is. Last year we didn't want to, excuse me. But what happens is everybody gets a picture and a word.
Okay.
And they have to take those two things as their prompts to fulfill the creative problem. And that's what we'll leave open at the moment. I'm not going to share what that is for everybody. And so everybody has to make the same size two-dimensional piece.
Okay.
And you have 24 hours to do it. Now we all stick around for a while until late afternoon. I think it's 5 or 6 o'clock. And then everybody goes home. And last year people were up all night painting their piece. And then they all bring it back in again at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. We have donuts and coffee and sit around and look at it. And we have a judge come in, another creative who will come in and review the work.
Okay.
And along with me, Eugene Clark.
Eugene Clark, okay.
Who is the teacher and artist. And we will be emceeing it and helping people get through this conundrum, creative conundrum.
Okay, well that sounds really interesting. So what was the theme last year? Or what was the word and the problem that they had to solve last year?
So every artist is given a different word and picture.
Okay.
So you're creating independently of solving this problem.
So it's not one word
Correct.
and picture and everybody just interprets it the way they need to. Everybody has their own individual.
Which was really cool to see last year, because when you're looking at the finished piece and then you find out what the word and the picture is, everyone just was so creative on how they pulled theirs together. And then you're looking at something completely different next to it, but it's the same process and same parameters of that 24 hours. So it was really cool to see.
Okay, so now when you enter the challenge, do you get to decide what medium that you're going to use? Like, do you sign up for, whatever your specialty is or interest, or how does that work?
It's all two-dimensional.
Okay.
So it's got to be some kind of two-dimensional, and it's all the same frame size.
Okay.
But it could be digital.
All
so those are the edges, the boundaries of how you're going to create your work.
So if you create something digital, do you bring in like your own computer, your own whatever software that you use to do those creations?
Yeah, we had people just send them in digitally.
Okay.
And we review them at the Moose Tree studio.
Okay. And is that where it takes place? Is that where you meet? It's at Moose Tree.
Yeah.
Everybody comes in. You'll do like an introduction, I'm assuming, and then everybody. How do you do like a draw? How do you decide like who gets what word and picture? Is it random? Is it?
It's random.
It's random. Okay.
Yeah. And last year we had a process too where people could buy a new word. If they didn't like their word, everybody got what we call challenge bucks.
Okay.
2 of them. And you could also buy a critique from Eugene or myself to give you encouragement about which direction you were going in and so forth and so on. But the primary thing is that in a creative situation, if you get, say, a toaster oven and the word is soap dish.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So as a creative, we often get issues where how do I get this also as a professional?
Right.
How do I take this thing that somebody wants me to present in an interesting way? soap dish in a toaster oven. So
Right.
that's the kind of, people are, at first they're, like can be like terrified, like this is scary, but then they get angry, like I want a different word, and then everybody's having fun, like working out, like okay, I could do it this way, I could do it this way, and it really is quite enjoyable to see people coming together as a creative community.
Okay, so they collaborate with each other. So
Right.
you might, have some ideas of a different word and picture that another artist received, and you could, if they were open to that, share what your thoughts are and give
Yes.
them some to kind of stimulate that creative process.
Yes.
Okay, I
That was-
like that. Yeah.
That was one of my favorite things from last year was watching the other artists collaborate. And we have the established artists and the emerging artists, and just the feedback that some of the established artists were giving the emerging, and vice versa. It was just really neat to see everyone coming together in that whole creative community and process. And from the Art Center standpoint, that's why we love the challenge. That's one of our missions, is bringing creativity into the community. So it's a really great event.
Yeah, and Moose Tree is such a great venue to do that. Like, so beautiful. I loved that the Art Center took on Moose Tree. That's just, I've been there for pottery classes before. Not the spinning. I've never, those fill up so fast, but I have come with my son and we've done the pottery, and it's so much fun.
It is.
And such a great space. And like you said, we definitely felt that collaborative, people had different ideas and suggestions, and it was a lot of fun. Good. So now the emerging category, I know you said it's college and younger. Is there a minimum age, or you leave it open-ended?
I think we said 14 last year.
14,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and we had some people younger than that person didn't actually participate in terms of trying to win the prizes, but she did participate anyways. So we want everybody who wants to be there to enjoy the process with us, and it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I would think so. Well, and there are so many talented younger individuals. I was actually last night at the DIA. There's a scholastic art and writing program, and they honor art students from all over, Metro Detroit, and some of the creation. So we had a lot from Lake Orion that were represented. So I would love to see some of them participate in this.
Yeah.
So this is coming up on Saturday, February 22nd, and you said, so the kickoff is at 10 a.m. Now, how do we register to get involved?
It's all on the Art Center's website, so
Okay.
orionartcenter.org. There's a spot to click for 24-hour art challenge, and you'll just go through the steps.
Okay.
Register, and at that point you'll get an email with all of your instructions and welcoming you to the challenge.
All right. Now, how is there a cutoff? Do we need to make sure that we register by a certain time or date? If the challenge starts on the 22nd, do we how much time do they need to? How much time do you need in advance to make sure?
I think we had walk-ins last year.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
We would
we're-
like them earlier
Yeah,
than
we're
that, but-
encouraging.
Yeah.
I think on the website I have the 18th.
Okay.
But yeah, we did have a couple
So
walk-ins
try to
last
plan
year.
ahead, right?
Yeah.
Try to plan ahead.
It would be helpful to us.
Yeah, that way, because you need to know how many pictures and words and to
Yeah,
have prepared.
yeah.
So
And how many donuts to have.
how many donuts? That
Yes.
is important. Yes, you want to make sure right. So if you don't sign up in advance and you decide to sign up a little bit later, there might not be a donut.
Exactly.
So that would we don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So, and then you were saying there's prizes. So there's prizes awarded in each division. These are some big prizes.
Yeah.
Wow. So first place for both divisions is $350, and then second prize is $250 or $250 Blick Art Supply gift card. Ooh, that
Yeah.
sounds fun.
Yep, and we've had a few other prizes come in too from local restaurants and supporters too. So
Yeah, and the Heath Summer Art Intensive, she's offering a $600 deduction in her course,
Okay.
which high school students will know that name. And local people, Johnny Black's, Accent on Art, Starbucks,
Okay.
Parlor Donuts. These people are all kicking it in and want to support this, so
Okay.
we want to support them too.
That sounds fantastic. So yeah, so not only will it be an awesome experience, but you could win some great prizes too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what else? What else? I know we're kind of focused on the 24-hour art challenge, but what else is coming up at the Art Center the next few months?
Yeah,
that you wanna
there's
highlight?
always so much
I know.
happening at the Art Center. So first, we're getting ready to post our spring and summer classes. You hit on the wheel classes fill up so fast. They do, but we're trying to offer more in the spring and summer, so that's something to look out for. We have a new instructor who's able to do classes on the weekends now, so that's going to be a new feature that we'll have wheel classes on Sundays, which we're excited about. So be on the lookout for the classes to post. Of course, we have Art and Flower Fair coming up in May. That's the 17th and 18th in downtown Lake Orion. Huge event. We're hoping to have over 100 artists and flower vendors there again this year.
I love that event. I love it. Well, and Matt, you and I, we both live in downtown Lake Orion, and it's so awesome. Like the streets closed down, all the vendors are there, and you just get to walk through the downtown in the middle of the street. It's just such a great vibe, too.
Yeah, it's a big spring wake up call, you know. It's just so delightful, all the flowers, and it's beautiful.
Yes, and the Art Center does a wonderful job with that event.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great connecting with all those different artists, and people are really coming from Ohio, Wisconsin. Like, there's a lot of people coming into our community for this event, so it's exciting to see. And you know, I think the Art Center has had it for 3 or 4 years, and it's really has grown the past couple, and it's exciting to see that. And having artists return is always exciting, but the new ones coming, it's like, you know, how did you hear about this?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
That is awesome. Yeah, like our little town of Lake Orion that that we have people coming from all over. Well, that's wonderful. Anything else that you want to share that's coming up, or that we should know about either the art challenge or that's going on with the Art Center?
Yeah, well, let's see what else. We have the Joan Brace Scholarship Show for graduating high school seniors.
Okay.
That show is in April, and that's our big scholarship show. We give out $2,000 in scholarships, and the call for art will be out March also for that one too. So all graduating seniors attending higher education are eligible for this.
Okay.
And they don't have to be going specifically to art school, but to submit 3 pieces of art. It'll be curated. We have a new gallerist downtown doing all of our shows, so that's something that's going to be coming up soon too.
That's very exciting. And like I said, I just saw so many awesome pieces by some of our Lake Orion students. So hopefully they will get involved in our local show.
Yeah.
So.
And with the new gallery exhibitions, we have a new show every month this year.
Okay.
So in downtown Lake Orion, the openings are the first Saturday of the month, and then we'll be showing different art each month. So.
Oh, that's exciting. So each month there'll be a new exhibit that's put out at in the house in downtown.
Exactly.
Right off the trail.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot happening.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. Well, thank you both for joining us. And if you're interested in getting involved in the 24-hour art challenge, make sure you go to the website, theorionartcenter.org, register. Make sure you do it in advance. That way you can be ensured you're going to get a donut.
Yes.
But it sounds like it's going to be an awesome event, so much fun.
Yeah.
And we'd love to have as many that want to participate, right? Come out. So. All right, well, thank you both for joining us.